I'm so excited. I love this stuff. Oh my gosh. Peace to you. What is going on, all you beautiful people out there? Hey, it's a beautiful day. Today is the day for the Master Key System, part 22. This one is so amazing. I love it so much. It's so enlightening, so insightful. You want to stay tuned to the whole video because this has some really great keys in it. Hit that like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you want to be notified every time I post a video, all that good stuff. So, as you may already know, I'm going to go ahead and go through the introduction, then I'll go through some of the points that I highlighted, and then we have the application at the end. And hey, down there's some timestamps where you can go to the application every day, because you know how this is, you really want to keep practicing it every day to keep it going in your subconscious mind on autopilot, then it just becomes who you are. So there's timestamps down below. Don't forget to utilize those. And let's get right into the video.
In part 22, you will find that thoughts are spiritual seeds, which when planted in the subconscious mind, have a tendency to sprout and grow. But unfortunately, the fruit is frequently not to our liking. The various forms of inflammation, paralysis, nervousness, and diseased conditions generally are the manifestation of fear, worry, care, anxiety, jealousy, hatred, and similar thought. The life processes are carried on by two distinct methods. First, the taking up and making use of nutritive material necessary for conducting cells. Second, breaking down and excreting the waste material. All life is based upon these constructive and destructive activities, and as food, water, and air are the only requisites necessary for the construction of cells, it would seem that the problem of prolonging life indefinitely would not be a very difficult one. However strange it may seem, it is the second or destructive activity that is, with rare exception, the cause of all disease. The waste material accumulates and saturates the tissues, which causes auto-intoxication. This may be partial or general. In the first case, the disturbance will be local. In the second place, it will affect the whole system. The problem then before us in the healing of disease is to increase the inflow and distribution of vital energy throughout the system. And this can only be done by eliminating thoughts of fear, worry, care, anxiety, jealousy, hatred, and every other destructive thought, which tend to tear down and destroy the nerves and glands which control the excretion and elimination of poisonous and waste matter. Nourishing foods and strengthening tonics cannot bestow life because these are but secondary manifestations to life. The primary manifestation of life and how you may get in touch with it is explained in the part which I have the privilege of enclosing herewith.
So it just gives me goosebumps because it is so amazing to get in tune with this information and realize our potential. Our thoughts are seeds, and whatever thoughts you continue to have, fruit will bear. Basically, if you're having thoughts that are very negative or very against yourself, soon you're going to manifest you being, maybe it's very obese or very underweight. Maybe you'll end up attracting people that make you not like yourself. If you continue with certain thoughts, you're going to manifest physical things that replicate or that are a projection of what those thoughts were that you had. So I wrote some things down. Y'all know I love writing stuff. So I'm gonna read some of the stuff I wrote down about this introduction. Our thoughts create our reality. We are where we are today because of our past ways of thinking. We allow life to make us worry, fear, and hate. In turn, this attracts toxic cravings of food in our body, toxic people in our life, and toxic habits. In order to rid ourselves of this toxicity, we need to substitute the unbeneficial traits with beneficial ones consistently. So let's say you have these repetitive thoughts that you just can't seem to brush away. Thoughts about you not having enough money, or thoughts about you looking a certain way right now that you just don't want to look like, or somebody in your life that you just can't get rid of. And you keep having these thoughts. what you can do whenever you have the thought, rebuttal it with 3 better thoughts. Let's just say I get a thought like, oh my gosh, I really don't like the way my face is looking today. It's really bloated. And every day it kind of gets worse and worse. I wish I looked like this person that I just seen on social media. Right when you get that thought, stop entertaining it. Stop, continue on with it. Oh, and I look worse than this person. And oh my gosh, if I could just get rid of this little thing right here. Don't entertain it. Having the thought is okay. It's showing you where you're at. Okay, you're not bad because you have bad thoughts. You're not evil because you have a evil thought. It's okay, but don't entertain it. So when you have those thoughts that aren't serving you, say, I am so grateful that I am who I am and I've come this far. And I'm so, so grateful that I'm able to recreate who I am and I have the knowledge to recreate. I am so happy of who I am and I know that I am beautiful and there are so many people that would want me for who I am. Rebuttal those low vibrational thoughts. Reprogram your mind, because you entertaining those negative low vibrational thoughts is you telling yourself, let's keep on with this. Let's continue to be negative. We're going to bring in more people to make us negative. We're going to bring in this job that's going to make us feel down and depressed. You don't want to do that. So realize your power and stop using it against yourself. All right? Also, changing our eating habits and circle of friends may be temporarily helpful. But if our ways of thinking do not change, it is only a matter of time until we relapse into another toxic cycle. So basically, trying to change the outside, changing the way you eat, changing your friends, you're like, oh, I got to get rid of this person. I got to change the way I eat. I got to change the type of movies I'm watching. That's all fine and dandy. But if you don't reprogram your mind, if you don't, in your mind, think about why you have those friends and reprogram and say, I am deserving of friends that make me feel excited and happy to live and make me happy with who I am instead of belittling me. And I'm getting more and more friends, more relationships, more different type of job opportunities that are making me happy. Change the thoughts in your mind. Change what you believe you deserve. And the outside world will just change. The friends that you have that aren't serving you, they'll just end up falling away. The eating, the cravings that you've been having with those sweets and those dense foods, they'll just start to fall away. You won't even want them anymore. You don't have to stress yourself out by trying to change the outside world. Change what's within, and the outside world will follow. That's basically what I get from the introduction. I'm gonna go over to number 1.
Knowledge is of priceless value because by applying knowledge, we can make our future what we wish it to be. When we realize that our present character, our present environment, our present ability, our present physical condition are all the result of past methods of thinking, we shall begin to have some conception of the value of knowledge. If the state of our health is not all that could be desired, let us examine our method of thinking. Let us remember that every thought produces an impression on the mind. Every impression is a seed which will sink into the subconscious and form a tendency. The tendency will be to attract other similar thoughts, and before we know it, we shall have a crop which must be harvested. If these thoughts contain disease germs, the harvest will be sickness, decay, weakness, and failure. The question is, what are we thinking? What are we creating? What is the harvest to be?
This is extremely powerful because knowing who you are and how your future is created by your previous ways of thinking will give you the valuable insight on how to carry yourself in order to create a reality you desire. Whenever you come into this knowledge and you realize that I'm with this person, I have this specific job, I have this specific salary, I have this specific way of eating because of the way I think, what I believe I need in my diet, what I think I need in my life, what I think I need in order for me to feel loved. Whenever you realize the thoughts that go on in your mind and the beliefs you have, then you're able to change it because you know that from your way of thinking is why you are where you are at. So now you're gonna be more let's say, on top of your actions and your thoughts. You'll take it more seriously how you act and how you allow other people to make you react to things. Knowing your power, knowing this knowledge is so, so valuable. I also wrote, observe the situations in your life and see how your thoughts are welcoming those types of situations. So observe what's going on in your life and then see, you know what? I am in this place right now because my past ways of thinking that this is what I should get or this is what I need to do in order to get where I want to go. You don't have to work very, very hard, work 70 hours a week in order to have a certain lifestyle you want. But since you believe that, then you were given a job that gives you a whole bunch of hours and a whole bunch of overtime to live that life. Change what you think you need to do in order to get to where you want to go, and it will happen for you. If there are things going on in your life that you don't like, disease, a low income, poor relationships, etc., use the tool of visualization to change your situations. Do not dwell or continuously focus on the unwanted. Paint mental images in your mind of what you desire. Smiling, you with perfect health instead of you depressed with your current diagnosis. You happy and in love with yourself and your life instead of you feeling you need to have a relationship to make you feel that way. Visualize that in your mind. This will put you on a higher vibration so that you'll be attracting on that vibration instead of your previous lower vibration. Because before, you were thinking other ways, so therefore you were attracting what you have now. But once you start to continuously think in a more higher vibration, think about the things you desire, think about a life that is so happy and you can visualize it in your mind, because your mind doesn't know the difference from what you see outside your eyes and what you paint in your imagination. Okay, you'll still get the same reaction. Just like when you wear VR goggles, your body gets afraid when you are looking over a cliff. It doesn't know the difference. So, in a sense, trick yourself into receiving or attracting the things you really want. The more you do this, it will get locked into your subconscious where habits and thoughts are on autopilot. Then, those new higher vibrations will become who you are. Then it is only a matter of time until your spiritual vibration will manifest physical things of the same vibration. Whenever you start to be in this high vibration, if you will, or you're imagining the things you want, you see the house, or you see everything that you want in your life very clearly, and you're feeling the feelings of already having it. It's only a matter of time until you see the physical results of it. Okay, the spiritual or the energetic, however you want to look at it, it takes some time for it to manifest into physical form, depending on your consistency and your belief, how true you think all of this is. But it will come to fruition. So now I'm going to go over to number 10.
The objective mind has certain effects on the body which are readily recognized. Someone says something to you which strikes you as ludicrous, and you laugh, possibly until your whole body shakes, which shows that thought has control over the muscles of your body. Or someone says something which excites your sympathy, and your eyes fill with tears, which shows that thought controls the glands of your body. Or someone says something which makes you angry, and the blood mounts to your cheek, which shows that thoughts control the circulation of your blood. But as these experiences are all the results of the action of your objective mind over the body, the results are of a temporary nature. They soon pass away and leave the situation as it was before.
I'm so excited! I love this stuff. Oh my gosh. So, let me just read what I got. This paragraph shows that your thoughts and emotions have an astounding impact on your body. So utilize your thoughts deliberately and do not allow others or situations to have control over your thoughts and emotions, because they will have control over your body. And our body is a transmitter of energy. Whatever state our body is in, at any second of the day, we are sending out requests to the universe, and we are receiving on the same level or frequency that we are emitting. So, just like the paragraph shows, certain thoughts really impact our body. So you don't want to allow somebody and what they're saying or what they're doing or what the government's doing or what anything's doing to control your emotions too much, because that is deeply controlling every cell in your body and how your body will function. Don't allow situations, maybe you got fired, maybe you didn't pass something, maybe something happened, you lost somebody or you lost something. Don't allow for that emotion to be within you for too long. Feel it, see the purpose within it, and let it move like a ghost going through you. Okay, because whenever you deeply realize that we are transmitters, every second of the day we are sending requests to the universe, the multiverse, to the alchemist of our life, whoever is creating this reality for us or whatnot. So if you're allowing for certain things to change your vibration, your mood, then you're allowing for them to control what you're going to manifest in your future. You don't want to give your power up, and we've been doing that for so long. Social media, government, movie, the news, music, it's all controlling our mood and how we feel. Do not allow for those things to have control over your life anymore. And whenever you realize this, you'll realize that there's no reason to blame anything, the government, the music industry, the movie industry, the news. There's no reason to blame any of it. The medical industry, there's no reason to blame it, because you are the one that's allowing it to manipulate you. Okay, so now I'm going over to number 13.
The way to health is founded on the law of vibration, which is the basis of all science, and this law is brought into operation by the mind, the world within. It is a matter of individual effort and practice. Our world of power is within. If we are wise, we shall not waste time and effort in trying to deal with effects as we find them in the world without, which is only an external, a reflection.
Okay, I gotta contain myself because this stuff is gold. I'm just gonna start reading what I wrote. I wrote quite a bit for this one. Our mind has a huge impact on our overall vibration. The cells in our body are influenced by our ways of thinking. Every cell in our body is intelligent and will respond to your direction. The cells are the creators and will create the exact pattern which you give them. If you start to believe something, let's go here. If you start to believe that you need food 3 meals every day in order to be a very healthy person, because it's what somebody told you in a book or some doctor told you, then your cells are going to make that your reality. And if you don't get 3 days or 3 meals in your day, you might be like, man, I feel so tired, I should have ate more. You're going to live that from your beliefs. You can tell your body whatever you want consistently and with enough faith within it, and your body is going to make it true for you. That's just one example. But whatever you think you are capable of, you are. I'm going to keep on going. If we want effective change in our life, we should not waste all our time and energy on the outside world. For example, our current body image, current financial status, current relationships, current job, etc. We should focus on our mind, how we feel about ourselves, what we believe is possible, what mental thoughts are causing this lack of money, this distrustful relationship I'm in, this poor eating habit that I have, etc. The outside world is only a reflection of our mental thought process. Trying to change the outside world without modifying the mind and its current beliefs will lead to relapse and an unbalanced life. Therefore, if we want a body that is healthy, strong, and beautiful, this must be the predominant thought. Do not believe you are anything less than that, and don't let the outside world people, movies, songs, social media, jobs, relationships. Don't let those make you go against what you're striving for. So, don't stress yourself out so much on trying to control and manipulate the outside world, controlling somebody so they fit what you want, controlling your food so that now you're doing meal plans and you're starving yourself in order to be the ideal body image you want. Don't focus too much on the outside world. The outside world's only a projection of the thoughts that you've had in the past. It's only showing you where you are at from the thoughts you've had. So if you want something new, start having new thoughts. Okay, don't try to manipulate your moment. The moment is the past. It's already done. It's already set. Change your thoughts, and that way you can change your future more effectively. Okay? And don't allow for other people to make you feel like what you believe is wrong or untrue. They're just projecting their views on you. Okay? Don't allow their views to make you fall into their views. Okay? Because most likely they're living a life that they probably don't really want to stay in. They probably want to live a different life or be a different version of themselves. So don't fall victim to somebody else's ways of thinking. Continue with your own and continue believing in yourself. Please, please. The more you believe in yourself as an individual, collectively, we will feel that energy and we will start believing in ourselves. All right, we're all connected. Now I'm going to go over to the application.
For your exercise this week, concentrate on Tennyson's beautiful lines. Speak to him, thou, for he hears, and spirit with spirit can meet. Closer is he than breathing, and nearer than hands and feet. Then try to realize that when you do speak to him, you are in touch with omnipotence. This realization and recognition of this omnipresent power will quickly destroy any and every form of sickness or suffering and substitute harmony and perfection. Then remember, there are those who seem to think that sickness and suffering are sent by God. If so, every physician, every surgeon, and every Red Cross nurse is defying the will of God, and hospitals and sanitariums are places of rebellion instead of houses of mercy. Of course, this quickly reasons itself into an absurdity, but there are many who still cherish the idea. Then let the thought rest on the fact that until recently, theology has been trying to teach an impossible creator, one who created beings capable of sinning and then allowed them to be eternally punished for such sins. Of course, the necessary outcome of such extraordinary ignorance was to create fear instead of love. And so, after 2,000 years of this kind of propaganda, theology is now busily engaged in apologizing for Christendom. You will then more readily appreciate the ideal of man, the man made in the image and likeness of God, and you will more readily appreciate the all-originating mind that forms, upholds, sustains, originates, and creates all there is. All are but parts of one stupendous whole, whose body nature is, and God the soul. Opportunity follows perception, action follows inspiration, growth follows knowledge, eminence flows progress. Always the spiritual first, then the transformation into the infinite and illimitable possibilities of achievement.
So for this application, basically just focus on this phrase the book gives and just allow it to bring you into alignment with the oneness that you are. You are not far apart from God. God is right there within you. You are God. God is working through you. God is the breath, okay? Let me read what I wrote. You are realizing that you are God. You are the architect of your life. God is always available to you, flowing through your breath. When you deeply realize this, you will notice that just as anything is possible in God's eyes, anything is possible for you because you are one in the same. While you feel that connectiveness, that oneness, it is very powerful to start building new mental ideas at that time when you are aligned with your higher self. Allow this phrase, you don't have to say it all the time, just see that you are one with God, with the universe, with me, with everything. And whenever you can meditate or get to a place, a mental space where you are feeling that oneness, that's when you really want to start to manifest things, or you want to start to change your idea of what you believe, because now you're in tune with that ultimate possibilityness that God is. Okay, whenever you're trying to change things or become something with this idea or with this mental framework that I'm limited, I'm just a human, what can I do? Most likely your ideas and the things you want to change won't fall through as effectively as you want it to. So in this application, just allow it to make you see the oneness and the ultimateness, the unlimitedness potential that you have. And let me touch on this as well. You cannot sin, okay? Whatever sin is in your definition of what sin is, whatever book you read or whatever, listen, you cannot do no wrong. You have not done any wrong, okay? Nothing you have done in the past, nothing you're doing now is wrong. You are not an evil person. Nothing that you have done is working against you, okay? Whatever you've done that maybe you feel like you shouldn't have done, that is just a feeling showing you that you don't have to do that. That's your higher self saying, hey, that's just not in alignment with what you deeply are. And if you want to get to this place where you want to be, this high vibrational place, you can no longer have those certain habits or do those certain actions. It's not condemning you, saying now that you've done this, you're going to hell. Now that you feel this way and you feel this way against people or towards people, that you are going to hell. You're not going to hell. In your mind, create blissfulness. Okay, whatever you've done that maybe not be what you want it to do, see it as, okay, since I really feel bad about this and I feel like I should not have done this, that is not God punishing me. That is just me realizing what I no longer want, or me realizing what is not in alignment with who I am. Maybe it served a purpose. Don't feel like you are a bad, evil, wrongdoing person. Because what is that doing vibrationally? You're sending out a message that I am wrong, I am bad, I deserve something to make me feel like crap. I am bad, I regret the things I've done in my past. What are you attracting? You're attracting more reasons to feel that way. You're attracting people to make you feel like you do bad things. You don't want to do that. Don't use your power against yourself. And like it said, such extraordinary ignorance was to create fear instead of love. Those religions or beliefs or whatever those things are that you may feel very close to, those things were not for your best interest. They were to make you easily manipulatable, to make you not love yourself. So you find love in other things. You are dependent on these outside forces instead of trusting yourself. Telling you not to go against what this book is saying because you'll go to hell is really very manipulating, okay? So realize who you are, so that way you can release that fear of trying to follow this blueprint that was given to you. You don't need to follow that blueprint, and you don't need to feel afraid if you don't follow it. Let it fall right off of you. Because many people who do follow it are living a life that's very, very low vibrational, or not what they want to be living, in fear. Anywho, that is the Master Key System Part 22. I hope you got some good keys and jewels from this. It's always so fun and exciting to read this to you and just spread my beliefs or ways of thinking right now, because next week, catch me next week, I might believe something different. But hey, it's very, very fun to come on here and just express ourselves. Be you, be true. Continue to learn and seek more knowledge of self. Don't think that what is said right now, what I said or what this book said, is concrete. This is what it is. This is just a guide to get you to wherever you want to go. Alrighty. The beliefs that I hold into my mind, my foundation of beliefs, have no end, have no have no answer. I have no answer to things in my beliefs. That way, I continue to grow. I don't have this hostile mind of, oh, you said this, it goes against what I think the answer is to life, or what the answer is after we die. I don't even have beliefs or things that make me feel like I'm right. I don't need to be right. If I'm an infinite being, anything can be right depending on your mind. Create your own reality so that way you live a life that is peaceful. That's all. Much love to you and all your loved ones. You are whole, you are strong, you are amazing, you are abundant, you are loving, you are happy and harmonious. Until the next video, I'll be seeing you soon. Peace, much love.